Hey there, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about what I would consider the best feature of the 2023 Season 1 build, and that's Active Reset. Active Reset gives you the ability to set a marker at some point during the lap, and then hit another button to go back to that exact point in time with the exact car characteristics that you had in that moment and start from there. What that really allows you to do, and what I find super useful about it, is that you can go through a specific section of the track over and over again, really trying to perfect whether it's a corner, a set of corners, an entire sector of a track, without having to go through an entire lap before you come back to that section. Certainly going to be very useful on large tracks, but even in smaller tracks, if you really want to hone in and focus on one corner, set of corners that you just can't figure out, Active Reset is the perfect feature to be able to practice that in a very efficient manner. So today we're going to use Suzuka, and we're going to go through some of the final corners of this track, because for me it feels like a section that I had never seemed to get right. So this feature is perfect for me for so many different places, but specifically at Suzuka, we're going to take a look at it here. So let's jump into the options. I'll show you how to get it set up, and then we'll get on the track and actually look at an example. So now we're in the iRacing options. And if you look under the other controls section, scroll to the bottom of that, you'll find 4 new options. Active Reset Save Start Point. That's where we actually set the marker where once we activate Active Reset, that's where we're going to start. And what's really important about that specific setting is everything that you're doing in that moment is captured exactly. The gear that you're in, the speed that you're running, the angle of your wheel, like everything is captured exactly. So it's really important that you know that when you choose a moment to set as your marker. The Active Reset Run is just the button that you click to actually go back to that moment in time. Then the next 2 are markers that you can set to create a custom sector. So we'll go through, I've already configured this for my wheel so that I can set this up at Suzuka, but those are the 4 pieces that you need to set so that you can kind of do this on the fly. So let's jump on the track and take a look at how it actually works. So I'm set up here just before the final straightaway at Suzuka, and what I'm going to do is just kind of show you where I'm going to set my Active Reset marker and kind of some of the thought process. What happens when you set that marker is everything that's going on in the car in that moment is captured. The speed, the gear, where you are on the track, the angle of the wheel, like everything. So it's really important to set a marker that's really consistent so that when you hit the reset itself and you go back to that moment, you're not caught off guard where your wheel all of a sudden is 90 degrees or you're in the middle of an upshift or anything strange like that. You kind of want to be in a position where everything is consistent and stable. You can hit the button and it's very, consistent to get back to that moment. So I'm going to set it the first time through, and then I'm going to hit the Active Reset to go back to it, make sure we're in a good place there. And that's what I'm going to set on the second run, is when I'm going to set the start and the stop for the custom sector. So we'll just get up to speed right before we get to 130R, and then we'll set our Active Reset marker. Alright, so we're in 6th gear. I set my marker right here. So now, not that I'm concerned so much about 130R, I really want to focus on these final 2 corners here. That's what we're really trying to test or trying to get better at, so to speak. So I'm not certainly trying to put too much into this right now, but just the idea, showing you if I hit the Active Reset button, I go back exactly to the moment that we were in. So I'll hit it again, and it takes you back immediately. So it's pretty awesome that you can literally hit that one button, go straight back to that moment, and just do it over and over. That's pretty cool. Honestly, that's super cool. Alright, so let's think about this again. So I've got my Active Reset marker set. I've got my button set where I can actually go back through. Now I want to go through and set my sector splits, custom sector splits. So I'm going to hit Active Reset with the throttle down. Takes me back. Now I'm going to hit start sector right here. And if you looked in the rear view really quickly, you can actually see that white line go across the screen. I'm going to set the exit right there. Alright, cool. So now you can see we've got our active reset set, and we've got the start and the end for the custom sector set. So I brought up the custom sector black box on the screen, which normally I have somewhere else, but I brought it up here so you can see it as we go through this process. So I'm going to throttle down, hit the reset button, and you'll see two white lines that go across the track. That's the start. Go through the sector, and then it'll capture a delta for me. Cool. Do it again. Now we'll see the delta. A little too deep. A little lock up there. Kind of hard to do this and talk about it at the same time. Alright, cool. No real progress there. Let's see where we're 100th up. And then you can just go through over and over and over, try different things, see what works, see what gets you through there faster. I can see myself using this non-stop, to the point that I'm actually kind of curious what's going to happen to your typical like open practice session. This is such a useful and interesting feature. Honestly, I can't believe that it took this long to build, but I'm so happy that it's here. There's always a corner or more for me that I would love to, you know, bypass that 2-minute lap to be able to go through and just try it over and over and over. It's almost addicting, quite honestly. You look at that delta time and you're like, I could do better. Too much of a lockup. But yeah, that's the idea of it. Obviously I'm not doing a great job myself right now, but like I said, it's kind of hard to do it and talk about it at the same time. A super interesting feature. A couple things to note. These markers they do stay even after you tow, or even get out of the car, which I tested with some of that a little bit earlier. So if I tow the car, I hit the reset button, straight into it, which is pretty cool. You can also get out of the car, same situation. So yeah. I mean, honestly, it blows my mind. Like, that is the coolest feature I think iRacing's made in a very long time. I'll certainly be using it non-stop in this upcoming season as I try to figure out a new car, number one, but also just some of these corners. You can go back and look at your telemetry and figure out, like, man, if I get through this one or this other corner just a little bit better, you know, it's costing me 3/10, 4/10, whatever it is. And it's just really difficult to practice that, especially on a larger track, especially if you don't have a lot of time. And especially, honestly, in an open practice session when there's 20 other people out there and we're all doing our own thing, and somebody gets in the way. If you're finally warmed your tires up and all those things, and then somebody hits you coming out of the pits, and all of a sudden you've lost 7 or 8 minutes of time, and you've got to get back to that, you know, warm tire temps and all those things. Now you can come in, do this by yourself, find a specific sector or section of the track or set of corners, or even a corner, and just get after it. I think it's a fantastic feature. I'm so happy they added this, and I'll certainly be using it quite a bit. So if you have any questions about it or comments, please drop them below. Love to hear from you guys. I love responding to the comments from these videos. I appreciate that very much. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.